knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular lines, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex. Quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs. Relativity theories, worlds getting small. Grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep. Graphing out the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold. Brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular lines, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What's up, everybody? I'll turn the volume up a little bit. There we go. Nice. Jeff, 25 stream streak. Nice, dude. Great job, Jeff. 25 streak. Wow. You've been with us for 25 of these. That's crazy, dude. 25 times you have saved me from algebraic mistakes and encouraged your love of non-Euclidean geometry. I'm trying out this kombucha because I'm pretty sure I got food poisoning yesterday. I was wondering why I was like, I had a fever and I was feeling really sick. You guys probably saw I was struggling on the stream yesterday. And then like my stomach was cramping all night and honestly most of this morning, and I couldn't eat anything, and I was like, and now I feel much better now, so pretty sure it was just food poisoning. Yay, we love that. Don't eat suspect meat. Lesson of the day. You're addicted, man. Jeff is addicted to the non-Euclidean stuff. Nice. Nice. Today is Wednesday. Had another day teaching. Yeah, thankfully I got food poisoning yesterday, not today, because I would not have been able to teach today at UCLA if I was in the same state I was yesterday. It was not going to happen.
No.
But I went over. What did I go over? I went over rotational, centripetal acceleration. So like things going around in a circle and seeing how that affects the movement of different things. It's pretty cool. Let's wind down a little bit. What's up, Krish? Good to see you in the chat. This question was fun. I really should have gotten this one, honestly. This one right here. This was towards the end. I remember I was just not having it. I was kind of like, I was cooked. I'm looking at this. I remember myself just being like, nah, dog. I'm chilling on this one. Well, anyways. Let me fire up the TikTok. And then let's see if Twitch wants to play nice with my bit rate today. All right, let's see. We got any screenshots for today? Dude, Shantrix has a good one. Ooh, I like that, with a chess tournament. Equity has some questions. It's a fun one. I think Kent dropped this one. Let's see if we can pick this one up. I'm just curious. Derive all the real and imaginary part of the complex number. Eat. Gotta tell Zach, dude. Is this how we call Zach? Anytime there's like e to the pi I in like some form, Zach just shows up. What is this? So this is e to the, I would say 1/4 pi I minus e to the negative 1/4 pi I. And this is all over 1 plus I. Ha ha ha. I guess we want to use Euler's identity for this one, right? I would think so, yeah. I mean, that almost looks like sine. I think sine is e to the pi I minus e to the minus pi I over 2i. Let's see, Euler for sine. Where was it? Yeah, cosine is that. Sine is the over 2i. So I wonder if this is kind of the easy way to do this one. Let me copy this image in real quick. Yeah, you're probably right, Jeff. I'm just curious if, for instance, what would happen if I just multiplied, you know, top and bottom by 2i, right? Just to easily pop this thing out. Because now I know this is the sine of pi over 4, right? So now I have 2i sine of pi over 4, right? Over 1 plus I. And then pi over 4 is easy, right? It's good. Pi over 4 is just square root of 2 over 2. So this is just 2i square root of 2 over 2 over 1 plus I. And these are going to cancel. Goodbye. So this is just I square root of 2 over 1 plus I. And then the way we rationalize denominators here is kind of simpler. Oh, what's up, Lucio? Kind of similar to, what do we call it? Complex, conjugates with square roots and stuff. I'm going to multiply this by 1 minus I. And multiply this by 1 minus I. So now that's going to give me I square root of 2 minus I times I. So that's plus 1, because I squared is negative 1. So that's plus 1 square root of 2 all over. And now this is just going to be 1 minus I squared. So 1 plus 1. Uh-huh. So look what we got. So we have the square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 2 over 2i. Wow, that's pretty cool, actually. That's our real and our imaginary part for this whole thing right here. Let's see if ChatGPT comes up with the same thing. I always like to just test the AI overlords and see if they're doing the same thing we are. Can I explain slope? Sure, Lucio. What do you want to know about slope? I totally can. We'll let that run. Do you need to figure out the slope between two lines? 2 points? Sorry, 2 points on a line? Is that what you're doing, Lucio? They're getting tired of doing math for us. It's like... yeah. Okay, that's totally cool, man. All right. So let's say, Lucio, you have a point here, okay? Which has some x coordinate. Let's say x1. And then it has some y coordinate y1. Okay, so this is the same thing as x1 comma y1. Okay, that's what we'd say that point is, right? And then let's say you got another point, like right here, which I don't know, has some x point x2. Did you put a face on that point? That was just a coincidence, I think. Yeah. And then this is y2. And this is x2, y2. The slope is just equal to, they call it like rise over run, which I think is less and less a thing that kids can relate to, like what the hell rise over run is. So I like to just do it this way. Just do like the y points minus each other. So in this case, y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus, and then whatever x1 is. Okay. It doesn't matter what order you do it in, as long as you do it the same for x and y. So if you do this point minus this point, you got to make sure you do the y minus y and then the x minus x. If you want to do this one minus this one, again, you can do this minus this and then this minus this. What's up, Shantrix? Oh, we got a fall. Thank you, Chris, for the fall. Does that make sense, Lucio? Now, I mean, so that's the slope between 2 points. But your teacher can come up with a bunch of different questions about this, right? So your teacher could not only ask you to figure out the slope. Usually they do this because they want you to find the equation of a line between 2 points. Or, for instance, they could say, Dr. Pickle Juice. Whoa, that's a dope name.
Perfect. Nice.
I love that. I love Pickle Juice, by the way. Let's say, for instance, they want the equation of... How do you find the y? Exactly, let's do that. Let's say... Yeah, so... C usually is the y-intercept. I think usually is what it is. We say b over here. We say y equals mx plus b, but I know you guys sometimes say y equals mx plus c over there. How do you find x and y? Yeah, okay. Yeah, here you go. No, you're okay, Lucio. So, let's say for instance, let's take 2 points. Let's say we have, I don't know, 1, 3 and 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, totally cool, Krishna. I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah. Let me help out this person real quick. We got someone. Wait 1 second. Where it is? Yeah. I'll do your question next, Krish. And Shantrix has a good one too. Okay, so if this is 1, 3, okay, that's like right here, and then we have 3, 4, right? So that would be another point over here. So the first thing you have to do is you have to figure out the slope in between these 2 points, right? So let's figure out the slope. So that's going to be y2 minus y1. So that's 4 minus 3 over this minus this, over 3 minus 1. So then that's 1 over 2, okay? That's your slope. Now to figure out your intercept and stuff, all right? What's up, Fembox? Good to see you, dude. The slope is going to be in this form. It's y is equal to m, and then it's mx plus b. We say b. I think because you said c, I think you guys do mx plus c. In the US, we do mx plus b, but mx plus c is okay as well. So... Oh, you do b? All right, cool. Let's do b then. All right. So the way to figure out b is first you plug in your slope into here. Okay.
Nice.
So, oh, thanks. We got another follow. Nice. So this is going to get you y is equal to 1/2 x plus b. And now in order to figure out what b is here, you can plug in either one of these points and solve for it. So what I could do is I could take these sets of points, okay? And I'm going to plug in whatever this y value is for y here. So I'm going to say 3 is equal to 1/2 times 1 plus b. And now we just solve for b. B in neural networks equals bias. It does, I guess, technically. Neural networks, that's an advanced topic. Are you doing support vectors too? Does that make sense, Lucio? What we're doing so far? I just took one of the points on my line. I plugged in the x value for x. I plugged in the y value for y. All right, great. So now you just solve. So now I have 3 equals 1/2 times 1 is 1/2 plus b. So subtract 1/2, subtract 1/2, and that's going to get me b is equal to 5/2. Oh, don't be nervous, man. You got this, bro. It's not that bad. And once you have B, now that's going to come in to here. It's worth 20%. Uh-oh. That's a lot for a single test, really. It's worth 20% of your grade? So your final answer is y is equal to 1/2 x plus 5/2. Oh, it's a final exam. Oh. Well, here. Yeah, I understand. So, for instance, the final exam I'm giving to my students in June, because UCLA runs a little bit later, is going to be worth 35%. 35% of their grade. Yeah, so they're a little worried. But we'll get to that. So yeah, don't be too worried. The best way to prepare yourself is, did your teacher give you any sort of, you just got accepted to UCLA? Wow, congrats, dude. Yeah, I teach a physics class there at UCLA. This quarter at least. I'm teaching this quarter. Physics 5A. So depending, are you going to go to UCLA, Lucio? Hope to see you. Yeah, come on by. They did put my name on the list. One sec. Let me see. UCLA. Oh, nice. You're going to go. Awesome, dude. Yeah, UCLA is a great school. I went there for my PhD. This is me, but Department of Sociology. Where's my Department of Physics? Oh, man. I swear I'm in there. There you go. It's real. It's real. Here I am. Where am I? There I am. Giovanni Rossi. Dude, they call me lecturer emeritus. I'm a little confused what lecturer emeritus means. Because I know, like, professor emeritus, that's usually like when you're really old and you're just a professor. Like, you keep the title, but you don't actually teach. I'm so confused why I'm a lecturer emeritus. I've only been there one quarter. Okay, well, apparently I'm already retired. And I'm still teaching? I don't understand these people. Dude, what the fuck? I don't know, dude. I'm like, what? I'm a retired teacher at UCLA, and I'm still teaching. This is my first quarter teaching. Anyways, whatever. They can't get their shit right half the time. Fort Bonitar says, I'm still learning. The math you're doing now is how each line in 4 propagation neural networks calculates, and then, yes, weighted. Yes, correct. Yeah, that's how neural networks. Nice. What are the 130? Oh, I guess he's talking about arc length. We'll get to this question. This is from Chris. Can you explain relations and functions? I can. Well, I'd have to actually remember how that works. Like, to me, function is like functions take an input and then give an output. Relations? What's a relation? Is that like if something goes up, something else goes up? Lucio, here's the easiest way that I can help you. Did your teacher give you any sort of like review guide? Oh, relation is a function that can have multiple values. Okay. Ordered pairs. Okay. Yeah, so if your teacher gave you a review sheet and there's like a specific like series of questions on that review sheet or practice test or whatever that don't make sense, you can take a picture of it and then you can submit it. There's a link down there. Do you see that? actualdiscord.com/submit. So if you go to this website, which we created, you can like put your name in here, and then you can upload a file, and then we can see I can see exactly what your teacher's asking, and then it's easier for me to understand what you need to know. Because saying, can you explain functions, like some of these math guys, you know, will be like, well, a function is, and then they can go down this really long rabbit hole of like what technically a function is or something. But for you, I think it's just a high school class, right? So, but yeah, if you want, it's just easier. Because ordered pairs could also mean like many different things. Like, are you just trying to define like what's a function? Like, it's like 1-to-1 or not? Let me see what Christian's saying. I'm pretty sure what I remember in class, 135 gets subtracted from 360. Okay, yeah. Let me explain this real quick. Let me explain this question for Krishna. He's asking. But Lucio, try to send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot so I can see it. Then I know what you're doing. Yeah, here we go. A function S of t is a subset S. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, yes. This 135 right here, Krishna. This 135 is the measure of... is like the angular measurement of this arc. So if this was the center of a circle, this would span 135 degrees is what we would say. Well, let me like try to make this more like the center. Sorry. Okay. So this is like 135 degrees. So yes, this part of the circle has to be 360 minus that, right? So that's going to be, how do you submit your problem? Do you see there's a website? You should see there's a link down there that says actualdiscord.com/submit. If you just submit a question there, you just submit a screenshot of whatever your question is, and then we'll get it on the server, and I'll do it here. But 360 minus 135, that is, sorry, what is that? 225? Is that 225? Am I tripping out? I think it's okay. Yeah, okay, cool. 225 degrees. Okay. And then, so they want the measure of this. This is a circle theorem. I need to remember. Maybe Shantrix. I forget. I have to remember. Dude, there's all these weird-ass circle theorems. This is the one I think you're thinking of, Shantrix. I think you're thinking of this one. The angle in the center is twice the angle at the circumference. But that's when they're all on the same line. Yeah, this is the one you're thinking of. But this is different because it's outside. I think it may be half that one. Yes, wait, here we go. Yes. Yes, I want something like this. There are just so many circle theorems. Interesting. GCSE. Krishna, is this part of a GCSE exam? So, I don't think it's any of these. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that one. Which one is it? It may be. I need to remember. Sorry. I gotta figure out which one it was. There's so many theorems. Whoa. Oh, close. We're getting closer. You sent something on Discord? Yeah, I see that. Uh-huh. Yeah, alright, let's check this out. So he's talking about this one. So, if... Wait, does that say that they're the same angle then? Okay, he says, if I were to do this... Saba seems to think it's 180 minus A. So if I do this, it should create two right triangles. I agree with this. Oh, okay, one sec. And this is drawn kind of wrong. Oh, here, let me get the colors out of the way. One sec. Okay, there we go. Well, I want that to be 90 degrees to this, though, right? Okay, whatever. We're going to say this is it. Sorry, this is the center of the circle. My bad. Because I want this to be 90, and I want this to be 90. So then, let's just try to, like, rederive this, right? So these angles are going to be the same, right? X and X. Because... Right, exactly. So, and then this is going to be split in two as well, right? So, this is going to create a right triangle where this is 90. Then this is 135 divided by 2. And then we're going to get this angle here, and then we're going to multiply by 2. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say 180 minus 90 minus 135 over 2 is equal to x, right? So the whole triangle here would be 180 minus the 90 from the right angle minus the 135 over 2. So that's 90 minus 67.5, which is going to give you 22.5, right? But that's for a single x. And then we're going to multiply that by 2, which is going to get us 45 degrees. It keeps giving you an error. Oh no. What's giving you an error? Wait, is the screenshot thing not working? One second, let me try that. It should be working. Let me see. Test. Let me choose a file. Well, let me choose a different file. Something not crazy. Let me hit upload. You should get this. Yeah, just make sure it's a JPEG or a PNG or something. And then it should show you that. And then what happens is I'll get it here on the Discord. You'll see I'll get the image. Oh wait, I got something from Dr. Pickle Juice. Okay, Dr. Pickle Juice, this beautiful piece of... Oh, you're very welcome, Krishna. Yeah, what's up, Reki? Nice job, Chris. You get a point for asking that question too, by the way. So congrats. Nice. What's up, Reki Rec? Gucci Gouda. Ooh, I like Gouda. Gouda's a really nice cheese, honestly. I'm a big fan of Gouda. Or like Havarti. Havarti's really good too. Nice. 225 minus 135 divided by 2. That's what we got. Yep, that worked as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let me see. Dr. Pickle Juice. Smoked Gouda for the win. Hell yeah, dude. Solve for x. 2x squared plus 5 is equal to 20. I was absent. I don't know what to do. I think I'm reading that correctly, Dr. Pickle Juice, am I? Tell me if I'm right. So I think you want 2x squared plus 5 is equal to 20. It says x equals 7.5. Well, let's see. So whenever you see these types of questions, yeah, it's 2x squared though, right? Yeah, you got to subtract from 5. Subtract from 5. And then you got 2x squared is equal to 15. Which, right, divide by 2, divide by 2. You get x squared is equal to 15 halves, which is really like 7.5. And then to get rid of the square root, you square root both sides. So you get x is equal to, I guess, isn't it right? Plus or minus the square root of 7.5? Yeah. Yeah, plus or minus. Thanks, Jeff. Tell me if that makes sense to you, Dr. Pickle Juice. Oh, I need to make sure to turn TikTok chat on. One sec. Let me fix that. Oh, yeah, you're very welcome, dude. Yeah. One sec. Same shape. I am picking the same shape. Stop that. There we go. So yeah. Yeah, nice. This was a good example of asking a question and making a screenshot. I appreciate it. But nice. Yeah, cool. Let's see. I would use you rather than a math solver. Well, I mean, a math solver will get you the answer, but a math solver won't really teach you how to do it. So, you know, it's the whole euphemism. It's what's that like? Teach a man, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. I think. That's what it is. Yeah. So let's teach you to fish. Let me see where this one was. Oh, let's put it in LaTeX output. I didn't need it in LaTeX output. But okay, we did do this question. You see how it says the real and imaginary parts are both square root of 2 over 2? I'm also not always correct though, to be honest. But I think that's also what we got here from Omega Kent. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So nice. Okay, let's see. Let me do Shantrix's. Shantrix has a cool question. These ones are always fun. Okay, 6 players compete in a chess tournament. Each player plays exactly 2 games against every other player. In each game, the winning player earns 1 point, the losing player earns 0 points, and if it's a draw, each earns a half. What is the minimum possible points that a player needs to earn in order to guarantee he has more points than every other player? Oh, sorry. So more points than everyone combined? Lucio says it won't send. Lucio, here. I'm going to give you my email address, which is dangerous, but I'll do it anyways. But, here. Can you email it to me instead? That's my email address. Question, what makes your shorts into the calculus mood? No, just more points than anybody else, not combined. Does it bounce when you walk? Does what bounce when I walk? What? What? Okay. Oh, there we go. Someone got the screenshot to work. Ooh, I do like that. That's a great one. LCT means you know. I don't know if I want to know, LC. But, okay. Let me look at this one, though, first. I'm a little confused for Shantrix because each player plays exactly 2 games. Oh, against... Oh, every player... They play everybody twice. Is that what you're saying? So 6. So each. So, sorry, let me think about this. So you have player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, player 5, player 6. So he's gonna play everyone twice. So he's gonna play a total of 10 games, right? Ah, okay. What's that, MVM? Oh, you sent it? All right, cool. Thanks, Lucio. I'll pull it up. Damn, wait. He has more points than every other player. Well, I think he has to beat everyone at least once. Right? All right, cool. MVM. Yeah, I got your question. I think it was this one right here. Yeah. Bro, you look fatter than tomorrow? I don't know what this means. Okay, it seems like if every single game was a tie, then every player would end up tied at 10. No, but to guarantee, it's to guarantee that he wins the tournament, basically, right? Because think about it. Because if and here's he plays 10 games. I think the key word here is guarantee. Because if he ties with everybody, but then this person wins against this person, then automatically they win. They win the tournament, right? So he's talking about like what does a player need to do to guarantee that he will win the tournament regardless of what everybody else does? So I kind of think of it as like, what's the advantage that this guy needs to have on everyone? You're not allowed to lose. Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose. Okay, so you need at least... Consider the possibility that two players win everything to find the minimum points... required to guarantee a win. Well, two players can't win everything because they eventually have to play each other. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah, it's impossible for two players to win everything since they must play each other twice. Exactly. So if one wins the first match against everyone, right? Then he's up at 5 points, okay? And then that means the maximum that somebody else could do would be... I think we want the tie. I think we want at least one of the ties. So they would draw each other once and someone would win the second time. Yeah, I don't know how this works. I think it is 9.5 as well. Yeah. I think it's 9.5. It's definitely not 10 because... And wait, also, is that a guarantee? Yeah. There are a total of 30 points to be... Well, up to 30, right? Oh, no. You're right. Sorry. Yeah. Because it's 1.0 or it's a half. How do we know there... So, how do we know there are... Right, because there's 10 games, 60 points, but then divide by 2 because you don't want to double count. So, yeah, there's 30 points. I think if two players beat everyone but tie each other, they get 9 points each. Yeah, because let's say you won against everyone, and then in this case, right, you're only winning again against 3, and then you're losing and tying. But then that means someone else could have won all their matches and only lost to you, and then they would be up. So yeah, 8.5 doesn't work. These don't work. See, we got some good chat on this. If 1 and 2 beat 3, 4, 5, 6 twice, that's 8 points each. Yes. And then 1/2 point for each of the 2 ties. But that doesn't guarantee they have more points than every other player, right? That's the minimal case. Right? Okay, so I think 9.5 is the answer as well. I think it is 9.5. Yeah, that's why 9 doesn't work. Here, Lucio, let me go find your thing. $9.5 is the answer? Nice. Cool. Nice. Oh, that was cool. Did I get an email from this person? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. MVM says mine first. Also, Lucio, I don't see I don't see the email from you. Did you type my email incorrectly? Because it's not a regular email. It's like actual.education. It's not actual.education.com. Sometimes people get that one wrong. I don't see it. I'm checking my spam. Oh, no, that's some Chinese character I don't understand. All right, let me. Good point, Shantrix. Or I will tell you, Lucia, another really good way to get in contact with us, like directly, if you want to, is to go to the Discord. So here, let me get the link for the Discord for you. One sec. And then where's my chat for that? So many chats. So many chats. There we go. That's our Discord. And if you join that, you can send me a DM within Discord, and then I will definitely get those. I guess email's being weird sometimes. Oh, Nuclear Phys has one. That's cool. That's a GCSE question for nuclear physics. Okay, let me try to do this one, though. Consider the region inside the right circular cylinder with the equation r equals 2 sine theta bounded below by the r theta plane and bounded above by z equals 4 minus y. Set up a triple integral in cylindrical coordinates. Oh, wow. R equals 2 sine theta? Is that just r equals y? R equals what? What? No, never mind, sorry. That's y equals r sine theta. Sorry, what am I talking about? Skibbity. We did this one. Someone's trying. We've done this one. This one is actually a. What do we figure this out? I think this is like U-sub or something. Once you do this one. Yeah, this one's a funny one. I remember this one. Okay. R equals 2 sine theta. So, okay. Y'all get me with the vector calc today. Okay. I guess I'm gonna. Well, here's the weird thing: is like this says y in it, but then the function they want in cylindrical coordinates. So I don't know. Y is equal to r sine theta. I know that, right? So I think I want to say z is equal to 4 minus r sine theta. But then r is equal to 2 sine theta. It's just weird that they give it in terms of like Cartesian as well. So that means z is equal to 4 minus 2 sine squared theta. Right? Also, how can this be a cylinder if the radius is changing with theta? That's not a cylinder. Doesn't the radius have to be constant? Oh, it's just not centered at the origin. Femvox says he thinks it's a circle. Okay. I mean, okay, if we're just gonna set up a triple, I don't really know what this looks like though. That's the issue. Oh, that is the equation of a circle shifted 1 unit up in the y direction. Interesting. I didn't know that. Can you integrate x over tan x? Yeah, I would just want to see that. What does r equals 2 sine theta look like? One sec. So we want r 2 sine theta. Ah! No, you are right. You are right. That's cool. Yeah, it is a circle that's just shifted up 1 unit. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. How'd you know that, Jeff? Is that because you have, what is it, x squared plus y squared is equal to 1? And then I guess this is technically x squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to 1? Is this kind of what's happening? And so then this is x squared plus y squared. And then what is that? Minus 2y plus 1 equals 1. So this goes away. And then if you do the conversions, right? X squared plus y squared is the same thing as r squared. So you get r squared minus 2y is equal to 0. No, x squared plus y. Yeah, x squared plus y squared is r squared. So then you get that r squared is equal to 2y, which is 2r sine theta. Or... yeah, I think this is kind of where it comes from. Although I think there's like... because I just took the Cartesian equation for a circle, shifted up 1, and then I think you can show that... oh, but then r squared is just 1. It's very interesting, actually, how this works. Okay, cool. All right, we're just going to trust it is. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so you got a circle that, I guess, looks like this. I think I did go in a circle, right? Because then I was like, wait, but r squared equals 1. I was like, uh-oh. Okay. All right, so it's bounded below by the... this is, like, considered the r theta plane. Is right here. And it's bounded above by z is equal to 4 minus y. So, this is a weird looking cone, right? This is kind of like, well, it's not even really a cone. It's something that goes up like this, and then it does that, I guess. Right? It's like slanty. Okay. Well, in any case, you're going to integrate from 0 to pi, right? Because look at the angles, right? You're going to go from 0 to pi. Right? Because sine of... Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to go from 0 to pi, right? In order for you to encompass this whole thing. And then in terms of r, I think we just go from 0 to 2 sine theta, right? And then z is going to go from 0 to 4 minus 2 sine squared theta. And then this should be, so we were d theta at the end. We were dr and then dz. I think this is it. Or I guess you could have left the r sine theta in here if you wanted to, because you're going to get rid of it here anyways. Yeah. So I think this is just it. Does that make sense, MVM? You always want to... Do you need the extra r? You need the r sine theta here for sure. Because wasn't it... Oh, no, sorry. No, you do need the r. Yeah. Because y, right? Y is equal to r sine theta. So when you say 4 minus y... So you could either say it's 4 minus 2 sine squared theta, which that'll come up anyways when this gets plugged in for dr. Or you could leave it like this. The main thing is that always make sure your last integrand is something that's just numbers. You don't have any variables on the limits. And then yeah, got it. Yeah, the key thing that was probably tricky here was this. Usually you would do this from 0 to 2 pi, right? But because of how this bottom function looks like, you only have to go from 0 to pi. And that'll end up covering the whole circle. That's pretty cool. Cool question. Oh, that helps. It's a cone? Is it a cone? Yeah, well, no, not exactly, because r can be 4 minus y, r sine theta. Z equals 4 implies y equals 0. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure it does. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's see, we got some other ones. Bessel, Marco. Wow, Marco. What did you ask me here, Marco? Oh, wow. What's up, Emmys? I see you as well. We got a lot of good questions in the Discord so far. So I got these from the web. People have submitted. Who is this? Nuclear physics. Deduce the quark structure? Oh God, what? Why do you guys have to do this? This is nuclear physics. Baryons and strangeness? Oh man, even I don't know this. It's very interesting. This is in the UK. I know this is a UK thing. You guys do, like, you do particle physics. Yeah, it's pretty tricky. This one I don't think is too bad. Find an SVD. What's an SVD? Find an SVD. Here, Jeff, you probably know what this means. I don't actually. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Single value decomposition. That sounds like something. Diagonalization method in linear algebra. Okay. And then Marco, I see you have some good questions here. Marco's asking about. This is kind of an engineering question. A basketball. And then this also looks like a GCSE question. And then, oh, this is cool. That's cool. And then what did you ask me, Bessel? Vector A is that, vector B is that, vector C is that. Are they asking you to add all three vectors together, Bessel? Yeah, Bessel, I can do yours in a bit. Am I a professor? I mean, I do teach. I teach physics at UCLA. Let me get rid of this. Oh, he just wants to see. Yeah, Bess, I'll get to that one. Yeah, that's a very simple one. That's not too hard. I can help you with that one. Okay. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Yeah, it's just like north of south, south of west, and whatever. Yeah. Okay. First of all, you can't really diagonalize this because this is not. I mean, what? How do you diagonalize a 3x2? Says it's transposed. 1 second. Let me catch him on chat here. Yeah, what's up, Motion? You can turn it into a 2x3, a 3x3, and a 3x2. It doesn't have to be square for SVD. Every matrix can be diagonalized as SVD. In other words, the sigma matrix can be diagonal. Y'all speaking another language. What? Skibbity Ohio what? Dude, what? I didn't get to this in linear algebra. What are you guys doing? Yeah, it's not a square matrix, though. Okay. Yes, I get that, Bessel. What is this hellish question? I know. Okay, it isn't, but it can be written as the product of non-square, square, non-square. Oh, okay. So you're saying I can write this thing as... It's an annoying process. Find the eigenvalues for D. And then take the square root of it. Matrix sigma is basically the same size of it with square root eigenvalues. Okay. Well, this is me. Yeah, I've never done this before, ever. What class is this for? I didn't even do this in college linear algebra. What? Okay, but all right. This is a 3x2. Well, this was not my linear algebra. Okay. So I think what we're saying is that, right, so this right here is a 3x2. So A transpose would be a 2x3, right? And so if I do A transpose times A, that would be a 2x3 times a 3x2, which should then get me a 2x2, right? And then this is now a square matrix. Is that what we're saying? Okay. I gotta remember how to transpose matrices. I think we'll get that from the eigenvectors. I need to preserve the larger dimension. Wow, you guys are out there. Here, let me get this in matrix form. Okay, so A transpose would be... So basically what happens is, like, I think these, like, go on the top, and then these, like, come... It's like a weird rotation thing. You switch the X and the Ys, right? So this will still stay at the top here, right? And then this is the last row in the last column, so that has to be down here. So then I think it's this, this, this. Columns become rows. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, and then it's 1, 1, 0, negative 1, 1, negative square root of 2. Okay. So then if I multiply these through, so we're going to do this times this, and that will equal the first box. So that's 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1 plus 0. So that's 2. So then we'll do this times this. So that's 1. So that's, sorry, negative 1 plus 1. Okay, so this is 0. And then here, that's 1. Oh, wow, that's a weird one. That's 1. Negative 1 times negative 1, which is 1. Plus 1 times 1, which is 2. Plus the square root of 2 squared. So that's going to be 4. And then this one is going to be 0. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I went backwards a little bit. Okay, cool. So then I have that. And then what? You want me to find eigenvalues of this? So what? 2 minus lambda, 0, 0, 4 minus lambda. So what? That's 2 minus x times 4 minus x. So what? Isn't that just x equals 2 or x equals 4? Right? Isn't that what you do? I had to use cyclotomic polynomials in multivariable calculus. It's a diagonal matrix. Oh yeah, so wait, what? So aren't the eigenvalues just 2 and 4? One sec. It says the matrix sigma is the same size of A, and the square root of the eigenvalues are in the diagonal. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're saying this matrix sigma is the same size as A. So that means it's also a 3 by 2. And then the eigenvalues, which are the square roots of these. So does it matter which way I put them? The biggest one always comes first. Okay, so that was the square root of 4, which is 2. This is square root of 2. This is 0 and 0. And then what do I do with these? Do I just also write this as just 0? Okay, cool. Okay. Well, we found our sigma matrix. I'm happy about that. Yay! Fuck. But I don't really know what to do with anything else. I'm happy I got this far at least. 2, 0, 0, square root of 2, 0, 0. Okay. I'm not exactly sure why this is. ChatGPT. Yeah, we could ChatGPT it. I'm confused. Like, where does V come from? Yeah, send me the solution. I'm just, yeah, this is very new linear algebra that, like, again, I haven't really done, so I can't be the best at helping it. But I appreciate, like, doing things. They're fun. Do this if you are alpha. Only for Albert Einstein's secret. Motion evil smile motion. You submitted a lot of fun ones here, man. Here, let me help out. Yeah, send me that solution. MZs, are you in our Discord? You can join our Discord if you want. Just either find the chat we're in or here, let me see this one. This one was one submitted by Marco. And then I think he has a second part to this. Oh, yeah, okay. This works as well, MZ's. Yeah, MZ's just sent me the screenshot in here. Cool, let's see it. Ooh, wow, okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Yeah, this looks like Chinese to me. Okay. Well, we got this far. I'm happy about that. I always love when they say, like, proceeds by inspection. They're like, oh, well, it's just fairly obvious. You just do this. I always hated that. I was like, no.
No, God!
Dude, what? Where did this happen? Excuse me? What? I got to here. I'm cool with this. I was cool with this. But bro, what? Excuse me? Where did this come from? Okay. I was not gonna get this. Wow. It's cool. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't remember ever doing anything like this in a linear algebra class. So, I mean, that's pretty cool though, regardless. All right, here, let me help out Marco. Marco, if you're watching. A portable basketball has a base and a post arrangement. The post arrangement contains a post, backboard. Yeah, great. I love how they have to explain what a basketball hoop is. Probably because most kids these days don't actually go outside and play basketball anymore. The base has a capacity of 85 liters. Show the maximum weight of the base is about 870 newtons. Well, that's not. Well, this is very easy, right? What? So 85 times 1 for the water plus 3.5. So that's 88.5. And then you just multiply this by 9.8 to get the newtons. One second, let me get my calculator out. Yeah, don't worry about the theory questions making you feel stupid, but well, those do. Dude, just reading like Wikipedia, like the math sections in Wikipedia, make me feel super dumb.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. 88.5 times 9.8 gets us 867. Yeah, cool. Around 870 newtons. So yeah. One liter of water is 1 kilogram. Yeah, do you know why that is? Actually, it's pretty cool. Do you know why that is? Because 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 ml, which also equals 1 gram. So 1,000 centimeters cubed, which doesn't really help you, equals 1,000 milliliters, which equals 1 liter, which equals 1 kilogram. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Water has a density of 1 at 4. Yes. Okay, it says, due to the large area of the backboard, the basketball set may topple over when the wind blows. Okay. So here's like the force of the wind. Okay, cool. Calculate the minimum force of wind that will cause the basketball set to be blown over when it is shown at the angle it is shown. Ignore the effect of wind on the base. Weight of the post arrangement. Where's the post arrangement? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So you just need the torques. This is a good equilibrium question, right? So you just need the torques to equal each other, and that's like the balance point is what we say. Yeah, it's basically torque. So the issue is that like we have a bunch of weird ass angles here though. Because what? This angle right here is gonna be like 15 degrees because this is also 15, right? And that's like a transversal with two parallel lines. And then this is going to be 75 degrees, right? Because this would be 15. No, you're good. And then this is also going to be 75 degrees. So you have like, so these, for instance, are going to be positive torques because they rotate the thing clockwise. And then this is going to be a negative torque because it rotates it counterclockwise. Well, no. They said that they want you to find the force of the wind that causes it to blow over if it's already at 15 degrees. Yeah. Which is interesting. Because, yeah, you could have done it when it was flat. You could have done that as well. It is basic statics. Correct. Right? This is not too bad. So, what do we need? So, this distance is, what, 2 meters to here? Plus, so it's 2.4. So, torque, for those that don't know, torque is equal to R cross F, which is the same thing as RF sine theta. Okay. Wouldn't it fall without any wind at that angle? Not necessarily, because of the weight of the base. This probably restores it down. They want to know if it falls this way. I'm working on torque just as we speak. It's because the Chinese know what you're doing, bro, and they're just like, here, go watch this guy's stream. He's talking about torque. They listen to you. They know what you're doing, dude. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 2.4 times, we're going to say F wind times the sine of 75 degrees. Okay. Plus 2 times the weight of the post arrangement, which is 27. So 2 times 27 times the sine of 15 degrees. And then we're going to do minus 0.45 weight of the base, which, we figured out over here was 870 newtons. So this is 870. And then this is also sine of 75. And then this equals 0, because that's like the balance point. All right, cool. So we can just do some math here. Okay, so we have 0.45 times 870 times the sine of 75 degrees. Let me make sure I'm in degree mode. I am. Okay, good. Okay, and then we're going to minus 2 times 27 times the sine of 15. Lagging on Twitch? Maybe just you. My connection looks good. Yeah, slight lag spike. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Twitch these days. YouTube seems to be fine. And TikTok, right? TikTok's okay. I haven't gotten any disconnection things. Okay. And then we're gonna divide that by the sine of 75. So 157 newtons. So force of wind is equal to 157 newtons. I think that's what that is. Ooh, MZ's. Ooh, you got a good one. I like that. The line charge? Yeah. That's a good one. Okay, cool. Let me send that to... Who asked that one? That was done by Marco. What wind speed is that? So interesting. That depends not on just the speed, but that depends on basically the cross-sectional area that is getting hit by the wind, right? Roughly 90 miles per hour. How do you know it's roughly 90 miles per hour? Really? What? I don't think there's a conversion to that. Wind speed to force in newtons? I don't know if that works. Yeah, you need the area. Yeah, force is 0.5 rho density of air times the velocity squared times the cross-sectional area. 157 newtons is the pressure. Yeah, it depends on the cross-sectional area. If you were to Google, for instance, whatever the cross-sectional area of a basketball court, then yeah, you could probably get it. I mean, we can do that actually. Here, let's just get it real quick. Let's see if Shantrix is correct. Right? So this is the equation. So I need to know what the area of a basketball backboard is. So I'm gonna say, like, what is the area of a basketball backboard? So a basketball backboard is around 2 square meters. Okay. So you have 157 is equal to 0.5 times 1.225 times 2 times v squared. So this cancels. The density of air density of air is 1.2 kilograms per meter cubed. So 157. So wait, that number divided by 1.225. And then if we square root that, he may be right. Wait, no. That's only 11 meters per second. Which is, I don't know, that's like 30 miles an hour. I think. Oh, 24.6. I mean, this is also assuming, like, I think a regulation backboard, which is much bigger than most are. Okay. Here, let me save this for him real quick. Who's this for? This was for Marco. Marco. Yeah, around 22 miles an hour. Okay, Bessel. I see yours. Pretty grooving tunes, yeah. This is just the lo-fi hip hop radio, whatever. I just turn it on because it doesn't get me, like, I don't get too many copyright strikes from it, but I don't know. I do see that some of my streams, like, portions of it get muted, but whatever. Pretty grooving tunes. Yeah, all right. Vector A, 250 newtons, 35 degrees north of west. I always hate when they do this format for for angles. Okay. So this is vector A, which is 35 degrees north of west. This is west. Never eat soggy waffles. I always have to remember this. Okay, cool. So I can actually draw that, right? So this is 35 degrees. Vector B is 50 degrees north of east. This is 250. 165. 50 degrees. And then vector C, it shouldn't be too bad, right? What's up, famished? Famished. What's up, famished? And then this is 35 degrees south of west. This is 125. 35 degrees. Okay. All you gotta do is break this up into components, right? So, I'm gonna do all these, right? So this will be 250 sine of 35 degrees. Right? So, you don't need to do the tip to tail method. You literally just get the components of everything and then just add up all the components. Because then this one is negative 125 sine of 35 degrees. Well, okay. You can't use components? Well, that's dumb. You have to. There's no other way to do this. Catching up on some shows before grinding weight math. Nice. Programming is fun. You have to use the trig method? What's the trig method? You can do it for like 2 vectors. You can't do it for 3. Oh, wrong triangle, yeah. Yeah, you could. Jeff is right. You could do 2 at a time. And you could do law of sines and cosines. But that's a huge bitch. Because you're going to have to do these, get 1, and then you have to do this and this. Yeah. Why would you do that? That's just gross. It's not necessary. Don't hurt yourself. Famished. Math, movies, programming, history, science, creating immersive content is my jam. What type of immersive content do you create, Famished? I don't think I've ever seen any of your work before. Your teacher wants it that way? Your teacher's wrong. That's what I want to do to your teacher. Okay, well, you know what I'll do? I'll do one of these pairs for you, and then you got to do the last one, because I'm not going to do both. DaVinci Resolve. Ooh, that's cool. I'm a Premiere guy. Premiere is my jam. I will do one pair for you. I will, dude. Okay. Did you see India launch its missiles at Pakistan? Yeah, what's up? Are they beefing over the fucking cricket match or something? What's going on? Seems like every day someone wants to start a war with someone, dude. Like, what's going on? Kashmir. I think I've heard of that place before. I opened for a DJ called Kashmir at one point. Speaking of things I need to get back into, I feel you on that, Famish. Like, I used to make a lot of music, and I really haven't for the last, I don't know, last couple of months, honestly. Almost the last year. I've just been busy with other things, but... So I feel you on the, like, I need to get back into the media side of some stuff. Okay, sorry. Let me, whatever. I'm going to say that's a length of 250. 50 degrees, and that's 165. Pakistan has nukes? Uh-oh. But... Oh, with Pakistan, India, it's China and Taiwan and the US. As long as it stays in Europe and Asia, I'm cool. Yeah. Don't hurt us, please. Okay, so I think this is kind of like the eventual triangle you make here, right? And here, let me like make this a different color. Was this 25 degrees? 35 degrees. And it was a length of 250. We chill with Dr. Gold. Yeah, as long as the US doesn't make the mistake. Yeah, I don't think we need to get involved with India and Pakistan. That's like the ultimate, like, just let them settle it out. Like, I don't even know whose side to pick on that one. You know what? Like, who's in the right there? What's up, Ashley? Okay. Okay, so since Bessel, since you know this is 35 degrees, okay, and then these are two parallel lines with a transversal, that means this is also 35 degrees. What's up, Shaq?
Nope.
Bro, have you played the new Fortnite, dude? They got like Star Wars and shit in it, dude.
Just updating that.
I need to play. I think I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm gonna play this weekend with you guys. I'm gonna do some Fortnite.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What is the shape? What am I looking at?
This is what is this messy ass shape? This is two vectors getting added to each other, and then I'm basically gonna show that I have a triangle that looks like this. I think. One sec. I think I got a triangle that looks like this, where this is 250, this is 165, and then this is 85 degrees. And then because of this, I can then find the third side using law of cosines.
Oh, I'll tell you what it is right now. It's like 5.
It's like 5, dude.
The law of what? Law
of cosines. So that says if you have A, B, and C, and then this is angle C, that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Is it minus 2AB cosine of C? Is that what it is? Good job studying, Ashley. Do you need any help with stuff? We're giving out free help today. Do a lot of free help.
Thank God. I
Thank
graduated.
God.
So I don't have to see this.
No, you can always go back to school, dude. School never ends.
Nah.
Never ends, dude. Nah, dude.
Nah.
Oh, man. Here we go. That is a law of cosines, I'm right. Shaq, dude, we're streaming on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. I have people on 3 different platforms right now. That crazy? That crazy, dude? 65. And then this is cosine of 85 degrees. Shaq's been in our server for like, I want to say 2 years, 3 years? You've been here a hot minute. Where's my calculator? Am I good with electrostatics? Yeah, I'm pretty decent with electrostatics. E&M is one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things. Okay, and this is minus 2 times 250 times 165 times the cosine 85. Right? And then we're going to take the square root of this. So C is equal to 287. I've been reverse engineering a bunch of problems and I find 0 equals 0. Uh-oh. Oh, that's cool. We're looking for some things. Okay, so, right, I know that this length here for my new vector, which was A plus B. So, for instance, this is A plus B, has a magnitude of 287.29. And then if I want to figure out the angle it's at, okay, now I need to figure out what this angle here is. Okay, and we can use the law of sines. Which, let's just call this theta. Which says that the sine of theta over 165 is equal to the sine of 85 over 287.29. So, sine 85 divided by that times 165. And then arc sine that. So you get 34.9 degrees. Cool. So now that I know that this angle here is 34.9 degrees, okay? That helps me figure out what this is, right? So now I would say that, okay, a plus b is 287.29, and then we would say at, and it's going to be 35 plus 34.9, which I wonder if that's really just supposed to be 35, but okay, at 69.9
Nice.
degrees north of west. So that's how you would do that with law of cosines and law of sines, which is a huge pain in the ass. You don't need to do that. You know, it would be a lot easier to just do components here. But anyways, Bessel, does that help out? Do you see how that works? At least, I mean, it is possible. It just sucks.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff's like, sure, there are plenty of identities of x divided by y. Yeah. All right, let's see. Motion, I think you gave me some fun ones, right? Geometry for sigmas. Dude, what are these questions people are asking me today, dude? What? How many wheels does a bicycle usually have? That's an interesting one. I wonder how that one works. I think I remember seeing this one. A plus b equals 1. A squared plus b squared equals 3. What's a to the 8th plus b to the 8th? Cool, Bessel. You're welcome, dude. Motion, do you have one that's like not like crazy for me? Let me see. Do this if you're alpha. Create an equation using all 4 sevens. Ooh, the Archimedes pentagram. That's a fun one. I think I'm gonna try this one. Let me try this one. I think this one will work. MZs, let me try this one for you. Faint says, if in the polynomial x to the 4th minus 18x cubed plus kx squared plus 200 minus 1984 equals 0, the product of two roots is negative 32, find k. That seems like something with some rational root theorem stuff. Plus 200 minus 1984? Why is the 1984 there? Okay. If the electric field 0.210, 200x, the product of the roots will be, is that the product of all the roots? Has to be 1984? Is that how that works? One sec. I kind of like that one. And then I'll come do this line of charge thing. Because this is pretty cool. This is just like the integral of, I think electric field is, it's like KDQ over R or something. I think this is how you do this. Oh, you are so right. Okay. So wait 1 second. Let's see if we can do this. X to the 4th minus 18. You can't divide by 0. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ashley. You can't divide by 0. Well, and this should be kx squared then, right? Kx squared plus 200x minus 1984 equals 0. And you know this has to be x minus a, x minus b. Well, x minus c, x minus d, right? Are the sum of the roots this one? And you know that the product of two of its roots is negative 32? Well, that tells me what the product of the other two roots are, right? Because I just do 1984 divided by that. So, product of other two roots is 62. But the only way you can get 62 is, right? 1 and 62 or 2 and 31. Right? Yeah. Well, yes, I think we assume k is an integer. If it's not, then things are screwed. I don't even remember how this works. 1 sec. Let me just do this. Just get Wolfram Alpha to do something real quick for me. Or just tell me to expand this. X minus A, X minus B, X minus C, X minus D. Just do it. There we go. Oh, I did C minus D? Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. You get a save. I just want to see if something comes up that's cool. Cool. So this helps us out, right? Because watch. Yeah. Yes. So the x to the third term is minus b minus c minus d minus a. Okay. So they all multiply to the last thing, and I think they all add up to this thing. Right? So they all add up to negative 18. Yeah, because I see that ordering there, right? Then I guess, is it like, are we really just like guessing and checking this? Like 132, 216. I mean, there's not that many, right? 4 then 8. I don't know which one of these like adds up to negative 18. And then ABC. Wow, that's messy for the just the X power one. God. Yeah. Four and 8 are the only ones small enough to sum to negative 18. You're correct with this. Well, but one of them can be negative though, Jeff, right? Because, right? So this could be negative this and positive this. And then both of these could be negative. But I think you're onto something here. Because, I mean, let's look at the extreme case, right? If this was positive, and then this was negative, you still have a difference of 30. There's no way you're getting it to negative 18, right? 16 plus 2 is 18, right? But I need them to, they need to, one of them has to be negative. So I think you want to do something with the 2 and the 31 here. Dr. Gold, I had a dream about you. Best dream I ever had. Nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
Nice, dude. Is Oliver having sweet dreams right now? Oliver having sweet dreams of me? It was the best dream I ever had, man. Oh, it's not picking up the right TikTok. One second, let me fix this. Oh, he's about to. Ooh, I can't wait. We're gonna play some finals. I had a friend in college who would always do the dishes when he got high. So he just loved, like, he would just smoke weed and just want to do the dishes. So we would like purpose. Well, I don't know what that means. You got looks fine to me. Oh no. Oh, I see. My bitrate is down quite a bit. Although it says we're not dropping frames. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now we're definitely dropping a lot of frames. I don't know. You factored the quartic into 2 quadratics. Yeah, you could. How did you factor it, Fembox, though, with having a K in there? Oh, it shouldn't be lagging anymore. I see it. It should be okay now. We just get these lag spikes. How did you factor how did you factor the quadratic and the quartic into 2 quadratics with K here? Or did you split K into 2 different things? Okay, and then solve for A and solve for B. Cool. My favorite sound ever? That one?
That's dope.
Okay. And then solve for A and B. What were all your roots, by the way? What did you get your roots to be, Fembox? I'm just curious. I'm curious if I could come up with them this way, just from guessing. I'll get it. I need to get it to you. Please, Keck. I think this one's negative 32. How do I get them to add to negative 18, though? I think we need this one, then. And then maybe we need this negative and this negative. So that gets me negative 33. And then maybe I need this positive and this negative. Let me just see if that works. Wait, plus 16 minus 2? What's that? Oh, that's close. 19. Let alpha beta be minus 32, then alpha plus beta plus gamma plus del equals 18. I thought it was equal to minus 18. Wasn't that the original question, Faint? Sorry, let me go find your chat. Isn't it minus 18? Oh, the other ones are complex conjugates. Uh-oh. Well, that's why I'm not going to get it. Oh, man, that's why I'm not going to get it. Because this is assuming the roots are real. Faint, you have to give me real quadratics. Don't give me no complex things. I can't solve them that way. Two roots are 8 and negative 4. Well, I'm glad we got that. Okay, cool. So these ones matched up at least. But then I wasn't gonna get these because if they're complex, yeah, no. That's unfortunate. Usamo PYQ. What's Usamo PYQ? What's that? Also, I think A plus C plus D, equals positive 18. Right, because minus A plus minus B plus minus C plus minus D. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I agree with this. But then... you'd have to break it up into two quartics. I see. Okay. Ashley, what'd you bring us here? Let's see what Ashley has. Oh. Is this you proving that 0 equals 0? Or you can divide by 0? Let's see. 100 minus 100 over 100 minus 100. So 10 squared minus 10 squared over 10 times 10 minus... Ooh. Minus 10 times 10. So you pull the 10 out. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't do this. You can't divide 0 by 0, Ashley. I'm sorry. I know, it looks like you should, right? You're like, oh, this is the same thing as this. This is called a removable discontinuity. The problem is that, like, if you were to actually evaluate this, you're still not allowed to do it. And this happens actually a lot. This is cool that you're trying to figure this out. This is cool. This is what we call like some Terrence Howard math. You showed that 0 over 0 equals 2. That's really cool. It's a cool trick, but the problem is like this is illegal. You're not allowed to do
Obviously,
that.
don't go and do that,
Hey,
please.
you
Can't
do
do it.
whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't live. Live.
What's up, Raven? 100% legit. It is, right? That's a cool proof. Oh, man. Nice. Okay. It's almost 7 o'clock, and I'm still getting over like food poisoning and stuff. So, I think I'm gonna end the stream off. But yeah, cool. All right. Thank you everyone for coming to office hours today. I really appreciate everyone's questions and stuff. You guys are dope.
That's dope.
Our next stream is going to be on Monday. That'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific. Well, actually, I have to go to the dentist on Monday. Damn. Okay, Monday stream will be a little bit later. I will announce that, and it'll be on our calendar. Yeah, if you ever want to know when we're streaming, we have a calendar. Lovely calendar set up. You just go here to our calendar, and it has actually everyone else who's streaming as well. So Zach is streaming in the morning here. He's a really cool friend of ours. Looks like he has... Oh, and he's doing his game on Friday. Ooh, I got to make sure I'm available for this. This will be fun. So, yes. Gold 7 days a week. I wish. I would, honestly. But I have to still, like, pay my rent using other things. You know. But, yes. Okay, I will move Monday's stream to 5 o'clock. Because I have the dentist at 3:15, and I hope the dentist doesn't take more than an hour and a half. Okay, cool. This is not the chat I want. Jesus Christ, what the hell? One sec, sorry. Turn that off. Okay, yeah. So, come on by Monday. This is the calendar. If you ever want to see when we're streaming. I might add like a Thursday or something, because it does seem that people need more help, especially with AP exams coming up. And then, yeah, keep a lookout in the server. We're going to have some announcements of some collabs we're doing with some other cool educator people. One of them, his name is Nick, and he's doing something, it's called Wibbly, is the name of his thing? Or do I have it? Wibbly, yes. So, very similar to what hyperphysics does. I love hyperphysics, by the way. This is, I think, the #1 way to learn physics, because it kind of groups everything into, you know, kind of like tree diagrams. You're like, oh, E and M. Well, let's learn about Coulomb's law, and then Coulomb's law is related to Gauss's law, and it's related to this, and like it kind of shows how everything is connected. He's doing this in a similar way with a geometry course, which I think is very cool, and he's demoing it to our server, and also giving out prizes for students to just go through it and just try it out. I think it takes like 20 minutes to do, and he's giving out like maybe I think grand prize like $20 gift card and like a couple 10s, a couple 5s. So yeah, come on by for that, and we'll make some announcements. What's up, Faint? Sorry, my TikTok got spammed with another person's channel, so that's why it looks all really weird. How do I clear that? I don't know if I can clear that. Oh, here we go. Clear all. There we go. That should clear it. Okay. Visit my account. Oh, where's your account? Let's go find your account. On YouTube? Are you Faint Edits? Faint Edits. Is this you? Oh, you're the physics teacher person. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, here you go. Nice. I'll give you a little subscription there. Cool. All right. Let's go raid someone. We're gonna go say hi to today. Bum, 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 bum. What do we got? Moohoodles just started. Someone's doing politics. Ooh, physics and depression. It's his birthday. Oh, go say happy birthday to physics and depression. Wow. It's his birthday. That's awesome. Okay. Yes, good to see you, Fembox, everyone. We will catch you on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have an awesome, wonderful weekend. Peace.
This 3 is going to change that by a factor of 10 to 10 to the negative fifth. So, bringing up my calculator here. I could probably do this one without my calculator. Again, bit of a stretch for me, but actual education, hello, welcome. Fembox fan, hello, welcome. Oh, let me do the thing. Nope, none of that. There, ha! Gypsy Grows, hello, welcome. Yeah,